भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यास ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 82, titled Krishna Meets the Inhabitants of Vrindavan. Text number 45. Ahaṁ hi sarva-bhūtānām ādiḥ antaḥ antaram bahiḥ bhautikānām yathā kham va bhūr vāyuḥ jyotiḥ aṅganāḥ ahaṁ hi sarva-bhūtānām ādir anto ntaraṁ bahiḥ bhautikānām yathā khaṁ bhūr vāyur jyotir aṅganāḥ ahaṁ hi sarva-bhūtānām ādir antaram bahiḥ bhautikānām yathā khaṁ bhūr vāyur jyotir aṅganāḥ ahaṁ hi sarva-bhūtānām ādir antaram bahiḥ bhautikānām yathā khaṁ bhūr vāyur jyotir aṅganāḥ ahaṁ Mataji. Aham, I, he, indeed, sarva, all, bhūtānām, of created beings, ādiḥ, in the beginning, antaḥ, the end, antaram, inside, bahiḥ, outside, bhautikānām, of material things, yathā, as, kham, ether, vā, water, bhūr, earth, vāyuḥ, air, jyotiḥ, and fire, aṅganāḥ, O ladies. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Dear ladies, I am the beginning and end of all created beings and exist both within and without them. Just as the elements ether, water, earth, air and fire are the beginning and end of all material objects and exist both within and without them. Purport. According to Srila Sridhara Swami and Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti, Lord Krishna implies the following idea in this verse. If you know that I am the Supreme Lord, there should be no question of your suffering any separation from me, since I pervade all existence. Your unhappiness must be due to a lack of discrimination. Therefore, please take this instruction from me, which will remove your ignorance. But the truth of the matter is that you gopis were in your previous lives great masters of yoga, and thus you must already know the science of Jnana Yoga. Furthermore, whether I try to teach this to you in person or through my representative, such as Uddhava, it will not produce the desired result. Jnana Yoga simply causes suffering for those who are fully immersed in pure love of Godhead. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsya Namahom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Asyatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhuya Evacha Bhautikānāṁ Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. In this chapter, Krishna meets the inhabitants of Vrindavan. For last several days, we have been hearing about the family reunion, how in separation, when they meet again, how they express their gratitude, their affection, their love. How Kunti comes, from Hastinapur, from Dwarka, Devaki, Vasudeva, and from Vrindavan, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, and how they have their all fond memories. And everyone just appreciating, heart filled with love, affection, gratitude. Now this is something very natural, that when you have love and when you are separated, when you meet again, there is so much of feelings of joy. Here we are talking about exalted people. In material sense, even sometimes we see a dog is missing for 1 month. A family is searching for the dog and the dog is missing. And there are video clippings of how the dog meets its owner and family members. And you should see the way the dog is expressing its love. It is licking, it is hugging, and the family members also are in tears, where were you? Now what does it mean? That means even dogs have love so much. It may be an animal body, but the dog has so much love and feelings, gratitude for its owners. Now this is what is, be human is very popular. People say you should be human. Now we don't become human just because we are two-legged and we walk. And animals are four-legged and they crawl. Even if you are dressed very civilized, you may be called is human, but doesn't make a person human. Just because of his dress or his education or whatever so-called culture, obviously the culture which has no values. So when dogs have this feeling, how much potential the human beings must be having? What potential the human beings have to express love? Now here, of course, between the dogs and humans, now the same humans who are expressing love towards dog, but it is not necessary that they have love for others. They may be having love for the dog, but they may be killing other animals. And they may be eating it. But what we are seeing here in Vrindavan is a relationship where there is not a tinge of ego or envy or any type of selfishness. There is nothing. This purely at the state of heart. There is a real nature of the heart when you meet a person whom you love, and in that context you meet others who are in that relationship. It's just pure love. Now at this stage of consciousness it can be very theoretical. How do we understand? Now this is about the senior members, Kunti, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda. Now in this verse, Krishna is dealing with the gopis. Now gopis' love is, we can just think and imagine what it must be. And the way Krishna deals with them. Now they have been waiting that Krishna is going to come back, and here they meet him. And he is saying, why do you feel that I am not grateful? This is what he is saying. But you all are very knowledgeable. If you think I am God, but I am all pervading, so why should there be any separation? You can see everywhere. I am there in the trees, I am there in the air, I am there in the earth, I am there in the fire. Now this is knowledge. Now what is knowledge in comparison to the nature of love? Now this love, which is far beyond, this is the highest state of realization where even advanced transcendental sages, Sukadev Goswami, people like Sukadev Goswami are glorifying the love of gopis. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, crest jewel of sannyasi, and all other Goswamis what you heard, this is love. So at this state, yes, we can, yes, this is what is pure state of consciousness. And here, Krishna is just provoking or agitating them more by saying that don't you have any discrimination? Don't you have any knowledge? Now why does Krishna do like this? What is the nature of this? Now it begins with why did Krishna leave Vrindavan? Actually people like to stay in a place where they are loved. And he left that place. Well, there is a reason that because call of duty, because Narada Muni, before Akrura came to take up Krishna, Narada Muni revealed to Krishna that you have come here for many other purpose. So the call of duty, he had to suppress the feelings of his heart. So he left, he went to Mathura. But then he did transfer residents of Mathura to Dwarka. He could have transferred the residents of Vrindavan also to where he wanted. Why he didn't do that? He could have done it. Well, he didn't do it because the mood was different. And plus now two sets of parents. Yeah, already Vasudev Devaki and then Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. And but the real reason is, as it is said, that just to increase their love, because Krishna says, I can't do anything more than this. That's the state of their love. I have nothing. That's what he says after last Leela. The gopis, they ask, what type of a lover you are, There are some people who will love only those who love them. And there are some people, they would love even if people are inimical towards them. They don't reciprocate, but still they love. But there are some people, irrespective of any situation in life, they don't love anyone. So then Krishna responds. So they ask that, what type of are you? In spite of all this pain, what they're going through, and he is speaking like this, and what type of a lover are you? I mean, you don't care. So that time he says that the one who loves because others reciprocate is very selfish. His love is because, unless you love me, unless you respect me, I love. But the one who loves, irrespective of how a person responds, yes, he is merciful. He is very compassionate, kind. He doesn't care. But the one who doesn't love in any situation, well, he can be a person who is very spiritually content and he doesn't want to get entangled in any relationship, or someone who is materially fulfilled, satisfied, he doesn't want anything. Or of course, it can be a person who is not grateful. He forgets. He forgets anyone has done anything good to him. Or someone who is very envious. He doesn't like to see anything good, so he doesn't want to relate. Now Krishna is replying, he says that I am not that. I am beyond that. He says, what love you have for me, I can never pay back. So just be content with whatever you have. But just to increase your love, I put you in this situation so that your love becomes more. The analogy given is a poor man who has acquired wealth and he suddenly loses wealth. what happens to the state of that poor man? He's always thinking of what he had lost. Is he always remembering his wealth? Because he was poor, he had it and he lost. So Krishna says that just for that sake. But I have never forgotten, I always remember. Same thing is the gopis, they never forgot in any situation. But there is one more reason Acharyas they give, that because these gopis had some tinge to even to purify that, to take them to the level of Nitya Siddhas. This is an orientation program for them, just to keep them away. And then their hankering intensifies to that level that everything is wiped off and then they go back. Now this is the nature of love, and this is what is religion meant for. Far, 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 far away. And we are here in Kali Yuga, on the age of darkness, quarrel, hypocrisy, and where in the name of compassion sometimes just money is made in the name of compassion. And what to speak about, cruelty and exploitation is considered as business. No one thinks it is wrong. How can we understand where all unethical things are a norm? And here we are talking about highest love. Impossible, no? To even understand there can be something like this. But anyway, Srila Prabhupada has made it very simple that even if there is darkness, the choice is ours whether to turn towards the sun or not. No doubt the sun is the cause of this darkness, but there is no darkness in sun. But sun is the cause. So that discrimination, if is not there, then why would anyone turn towards the sun? Because the darkness will appear that is what is right. That means more and more darkness. Isn't it true? In the way civilization is progressing, you talk about ethics, no one cares. You talk about, how can this be? They start questioning that. Show me any person who is ethical. Show me an ideal person. So that means you cannot judge, because everyone is like this. But still, we are hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam the highest realization. It's an opportunity for us to at least aspire. It is not going to be so easy, but at least you should know that this is what it is. Maybe some direction, and how we apply these things in our day-to-day life. Even if the heart is not agreeing, try. This is what it should be. So here Krishna says about knowledge. He says that as a jnani, you should understand, But then we all know that famous story which happened during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. This illiterate Brahmin, and he was in a place where it was the height of, education. People, there were Brahmanas, they would recite the shlokas, the way they would pronounce, it was so perfect. And this illiterate Brahmin, he didn't know how to read Bhagavad Gita. And his spiritual master tells him, daily you should read Bhagavad Gita. And he loves his spiritual master so much grateful he is to his spiritual master for what he has done to him. He said, yes, Guru Maharaj, I will do it. And every day he is sitting there in the temple and he is reciting. He can't even read properly, but he is making an attempt. So all these advanced, jnani, intelligent Brahmanas, what a useless Brahmana this is. I can't even pronounce properly. Can't even, what a mess he is in. They used to just condemn him or ridicule him. But he he could have stopped it. Because he saw that, what is happening, everyone is condemning him, no one appreciates what he's doing. But he didn't give up. He was fixed that I am going to do it because I don't understand. I don't understand the verse. Because he has said it, I will continue. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he visited, he saw him, he said, I see that you look very joyful. What chapter of Bhagavad Gita are you reading? So he said, I don't know which chapter, because I don't know. I don't understand which chapter it is. But I am just reading, making an attempt. He could not even pronounce it. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, if you don't know which chapter it is, you don't know what to read, then how is it that you look so blissful, your hairs are standing, your tears in your eyes? So that time he says that when I read, I just remember that form, that merciful form of the Lord, that blue complexion, how kind he is. He is becoming a charioteer for his devotee. He is holding the reins. When I just remember the merciful nature of the Lord, my heart fills with love for him. Now this is love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately embraces him. And when he embraces him, his heart is filled with all the love, all the things which are not, everything is erased. Now this is love. Where is the question about knowledge? Of course knowledge is important, but knowledge which has no proper purpose, no understanding to soften the heart, what does it mean? So we always get inspired by hearing big personalities, how they live their life, because from their activities, it is many of times the activities Krishna is not there in them, but just their activities, we feel, oh, this is love. So there is this story which is after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. They saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone, and most of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates had gone. So this is one king there in Bangladesh, now current Bangladesh. In that kingdom there was one king called Narnarayan, and he had a daughter called Sachi Devi. Now this girl, very early in her life, as soon as she started understanding, reading, through this knowledge, she became so devoted, so absorbed to Madan Mohan deities. And when she grew up, she was so beautiful. Now she was beautiful and she was a princess, and obviously the parents, they wanted her to get married. So they said, you have to get married. Now she was so absorbed. Her answer was, yes, I will get married, but one condition. I will marry only that person who is immortal. Now the parents were bewildered that, my God, who is immortal? That means someone who has never taken birth. Because she had given her heart to Krishna. So whom she can marry? But still there were a lot of people who came to claim, because she was the future queen. She had everything. So everyone was rejected. But in the course of time the parents tried, they became old and they left their body. Now here we have a queen without a king. And she was ruling the kingdom. This was just 450 years back. Not 5,000 years back, just recent. Now she was ruling the kingdom and her heart was just always longing for service, so pure, always reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting, serving. Then one day she realized, she said, well, she's the queen, and she gave an excuse to her relatives. They said, I am going to look after the subjects, so you please take care of the kingdom for some time. She left. So she left. Actually, she went on pilgrimage. So she came to Puri, Jagannath Puri. Now Sachi Devi in Jagannath Puri, she got inspired by Jagannath within her heart that you go to Vrindavan. So she came to Vrindavan walking. Now she is the queen, don't forget that. She had ornaments, she had good dress. Supposed to have left the kingdom just for some pilgrimage. So she goes to Vrindavan, she comes across Haridas Pandit. There when she sees this quality of Haridas Pandit, so pure, she just surrenders her life. But Haridas Pandit said, okay, fine, you are here, you can do your bhajan. So she said, okay, this year you can do some bhajan. So she started doing a bhajan sincerely. And when she was doing her bhajan, Haridas Pandit was watching that she is quite sincere, but she is a queen. So he called her. See, Sachi Devi, you are a queen. And Vrindavan is a place for austerities. This is a place for renunciants. There is no question about, enjoyment here. So what I suggest, you go back to your kingdom, you can worship Krishna there. So Sachi Devi could understand that my Haridas Pandit is actually testing her. So from that day onwards, she hardly started eating anything. She gave up all her good clothes. She gave up all her ornaments. This way she was doing her austerity. And then one day Haridas Pandit said, she wanted to take initiation. But Haridas Pandit said, see, now I want you to give up your shyness. You go out and go house to house. Do Madhukari. She was so jubilant. She said, now my Guru has accepted as my servant. He is giving me some service. So she leaves the place, she goes out, she is begging, she starts wearing tattered clothes. She sleeps at the bank of Yamuna. In the morning she goes and she is cleaning. Now usually people like to hear about success stories, isn't it? What happened to a person who was like this? He was somewhere on the street, he was a beggar actually, then people are so fascinated. Oh God, what a fascinating story. Now the material point of view, this is a failure story. Queen, and now she is tattered clothes and she is cleaning the floor. So the word spreads that this lady is very renounced and very pure-hearted, and that time Haridas Pandit calls her. His heart melts. He said, okay, I give you initiation. So he gives her mantra. Along with that, he gives an instruction to another of his disciple, Lakshmi Priya, who also happens to be relative of Sachi Devi. He tells her, you go to Radha Kund. And both of them, these ladies, they go to Radha Kund, they do their bhajan at Radha Kund, and then they do daily parikrama of Govardhan, and they are chanting every day 192 rounds, completely absorbed, blissful. Then a day comes where Haridas Pandit calls Sachi Devi and he tells her, now you should go to Jagannath Puri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates have left. There is one place, Sarva-bhūtānām Bhattacharya's house, which is in a dilapidated condition. I want you to go there and restore that place. So with that instruction in her heart, she comes there, she resides in that place, and there is Sarva-bhūtānām Bhattacharya's Damodar Shila. She is worshipping. She is living a very simple life, poverty-stricken. But every day she is giving Bhagavatam class. So the people are coming. Now she is giving Bhagavatam class because it is something very natural for her. She talks, she is always constantly talking. So when people experience that purity in her heart, she becomes very famous. So even the king is also coming. Mukunda Dev. So maybe he is after Pratap Rudra. His name was Mukunda Dev, so he comes, he is also one of the person sitting. He gets so attracted. So now he is a king and he sees her that she is poverty stricken, so he naturally wants to give her something. But then he wonders, what can I give her? She was a queen. She has given up everything. But still he goes and asks her. She says, I don't want anything. But he's still thinking, Then that day, Jagannath comes in the dream of Mukunda Dev, and he tells her that I want you to give her a plot of land just next to Shweta Ganga. Now, just besides where she was staying, there is one simple pond, simple lake, placid water. So he goes and tells her that I want to give this land. She said, I don't need anything. But said, Jagannath said it. Jagannath has said, how can I go and face Jagannath? Because he has told me to go and give you. So she says, okay, fine, I'll accept it. So there's a plot of land and he glorifies that plot, Mukunda Dev, that this is a place where a queen who left everything and came here. So that place just next to Shweta Ganga. Now when her guru had told her to go to Puri, he had given one more instruction. He said, you are going to take Kshetra Sannyas. That means you are never going to leave Puri. So there is one festival in Puri where all the residents, I forgot the name of the festival, maybe, all the residents of Jagannath Puri, they go to Ganga to take bath. Now Sachi Devi also has a desire that I should also go take bath in Ganga. But she has taken a vow that Guru Maharaj has given instruction that Kshetra Sannyas, you cannot leave Puri. So that day in the dream, the Lord reveals to her that you go and take bath in Shweta Ganga, which is a small pond beyond, and your desire will be fulfilled. So in the middle of the night, alone she goes and takes her dip in this pond. And suddenly this pond starts developing ripples and then waves, then there is a current, then is overflowing, and the current becomes so strong that the current carries her from that place, that is Shweta Ganga, right to Jagannath temple. In the night, the doors are all locked, and she is inside the temple, in the deity room. And she could see Ganga flowing and she could see thousands of people taking bath. Only she could see that. Now the guards were outside the temple. It's the middle of the night. Actually they are sleeping. At night everything is locked. No one can enter. Now the guards are hearing some roaring. What is happening? So they get scared. They don't have permission to unlock. At night they can't. So they go to the king for permission. We are hearing something very strange. We need to open up. So they take the permission, they come and then they open the door. When they open the door, there is no one in the temple. So these guards are wondering where these noises were coming. And then they see there is one lady standing in front of the deity. And who is that lady? Sachi Devi. So they become so furious. In the middle of the night, when it is locked, that means she has come to steal the jewels and the dresses and ornaments. They immediately accuse her that you are a thief. So the many people are there, no, she is Sachi Devi, she gives Bhagavatam class. But what is she doing in the middle of the night now here? She may be giving Bhagavatam class. But what she is doing inside the temple? They put her in prison. And now she is just thinking, in whatever circumstances, maybe this is, Lord wants me to serve like this. She's happy, she's smiling, thinking. So she had put her on trial that, she is a thief. Now this you can say is real success in life. When we talk about what is success? How you define success? Now this is real success. Any circumstances in your life, you are not disturbed because you are experiencing some greater joy. That is what is success, human life success. Even though she was poverty-stricken. So then that day, in the dream, to King Mukunda Dev, this time Lord Jagannath is not smiling. He is so angry. He is saying, I wanted to see her taking bath in the Ganges. So I wanted it. You have offended her. Now go seek forgiveness and also take initiation. So Mukunda Dev and many other head priests and the pujaris and other, they run there and they fall at her feet and they're seeking forgiveness, and the king is initiated. Just imagine, now she's the guru for the king. How famous now she has become. She's a guru for the king now. But her lifestyle didn't change at all. She was still simple. She was still doing, just living on whatever she could beg but she was absorbed. So it so happened, in this state when she was, there was one Brahmana there in worshipping one deity, Rasik Rai. He was a poverty-stricken Brahmana. And Rasik Rai will directly talk to him. Just imagine, the deity is directly talking to you. You say, what are you doing, You're not giving me anything. You're not feeding me. So he said, I don't have anything. What can I do? So the deity Rasik Rai say, okay, so I have a desire now that henceforth I would like to be worshipped by Sachi Devi in Puri. Now this is in Rajasthan, Jaipur, and she is in Puri, west and east. So this Brahmana says, okay, fine, if that is what you want, your desire, he carries Rasik Rai deity walks all the way to Puri, and he comes in front of, and it says, Rasik Rai told me he wants to take your service because I am poverty stricken, I can't serve him properly, so please you accept it. She says, even I am poverty stricken. If you are poverty stricken, even I don't have anything, I don't want all this responsibility, I can't serve him, please take him back. So there is to and fro trying, no, the Lord said it, you have to accept it. But I can't, even I can't serve him. If he has left you because you are poverty stricken, even I am poverty stricken, I can't. So this Brahmana, in the middle of the night, when Sachi Devi was sleeping, he kept this Rasik Rai deity in her Tulsi garden and he fled Puri. He ran away. So next day when she went to pluck the Tulsi leaves, she realized this is what Lord, she started serving him, but again, she didn't have much to serve. So she was serving and she became very old. She was 120 years, and that time she was finding it difficult to even do Madhukari. What can I offer you? So she pleaded, requested the deity, please, now, allow me to leave now. So deity said, no, I am happy with whatever way you are serving, please continue. This was a reciprocation. She is saying, please take me away, I can't do that. Well, no, I am happy. So this was what was pure love. And this is how one day she was just near Shweta Ganga. She was sitting there, gazing at the deities Rasik Rai, and she departed this to be in the eternal family. This is what the Lord is. Also, he wants to make one more point here. When he says, the Lord is saying that the relationship here in this world is temporary. So he wants to make it, see, this is temporary, material world. So all these relationships, you also want to tell the gopis, relationships are temporary here. to make us understand that there is something which is permanent. But anyway, so why I am speaking this story of Sachi Devi? Because when this Leela happened, this Ganga current, and she becoming, then she became so famous that when she was caught as a thief, her name became Ganga Mata Goswamini. And today is her disappearance day. So that Sachi Devi's disappearance day is today. And this is just a recent 450 years. So through our sages and acharyas, we have some idea about people who have lived their life. Of course, it is something far, far beyond, at least for most of us to understand, the austerity. But still, something to aspire for, which is the potential of all human beings. That, what is that love? So in this verse about the knowledge and that illiterate Brahmin, and then this lady who had knowledge, she was well versed, and then her heart showing love, and how stages of her life, how she leaves her body, something which of course hard to know. So there are several such, in our sampradaya there are several such places. And there is one more such person who was also very advanced, pure-hearted, realized love. But then when the situation arose, he started immersing in knowledge. This is another, from knowledge to love, and here from love to knowledge. So he is Baldev Vidyabhushan. Now he is again one of our acharya who were taken Diksha from Madhva Sampradaya, Tattvavadi. But then in the association of Gaudiya devotees in Puri, he got so inspired by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy, culture of love, that he came to Vrindavan. He took shelter of Vishwanath Das Chakravarti Thakur. And there was one situation those days that Gaudiya Vaishnavas were not allowed to worship Radha Govind in Jaipur. They said that these people are not bona fide. There is another group called Ramanandis. They said because they don't have commentary on Vedanta Sutra, so they are not bona fide, they should not be allowed to worship. So Vishwanath Das Chakravarti Thakur was very old that time to defend, fight, so he sent his disciple, Baldev Vidyabhushan. So now Baldev Vidyabhushan was a scholar. So in this case, there was not much time for him to write. There was some time limit, and he finished it because the Lord directly reciprocated. Radha Govind started speaking within his heart, and he started writing. He has written several books, and especially for us, Prabhupada refers his commentary, especially for Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada, Baldev Vidyabhushan. So Baldev Vidyabhushan becomes very special for us, and in short, this was what he was. And in 7 days he wrote, and he defeated the Ramanandis, and it was re-established that these Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they reclaimed their dignity to worship Radha Govinda. So this is what is our sampradaya, teaching such high realization philosophy, and same time devotees who are living that type of a life, and also giving people who are at any level of consciousness you are an opportunity. So that is why in this age of darkness, especially when we talk about ethics and all, it is something which, what ethics? So imagine what is the state of consciousness, and where you are talking about love. But still it is said in this darkness, Harinam Sankirtan is so powerful that it dissipates this darkness. Imagine the power of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has left behind, who especially has come to just bring out this love, what we read in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we may not be in that level, but still, when here the gopis are together, it is not mentioned how the gopis is to deal with each other. It is not mentioned, right? How they There are so many gopis. How do were they having any conflict or between some problems? And it's not mentioned here. Only we heard about Nanda Maharaj and this. But there is no doubt about it because they were so fully content, satisfied. They never used to compare with anyone who's doing what service and I would like to do this service and who's getting recognition. This was what was community. So this was the nature of love, which even though it is transcendental, but still it is accessible. With this aspiration, we help each other to pursue this goal. And I'm sure Prabhupada will be very happy. So Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki Jai. Thank you very much for your Hare Krishna. Jai.